Okay, welcome back. Radio on Fire Sports, and we got the whole crew in here. And let's go around and introduce real quick, starting with the Ravens fan that everybody loves to hate.
All right. Again, it's Dean, the Ravens fan that everybody loves to hate. You can find me at Mr_Mackins on Instagram. Or outside the bank.
Goddamn right.
Yep, at the bank.
Big trust. You gotta sprinkle big trust on
Big
that.
trust.
Like, big trust.
Woo woo.
Woo. It's me. I was just here a little while ago. Still here. It's Devin. Find me on Facebook, Devin on Apes. Sorry. And on IG at DV_OR_DIE.
Hey, I am also back. Woo. How y'all doing today? Yeah, we're going to talk about sports. It's your girl Violet, a.k.a. Violet the Vixen on IG. Violet_the Vixen on Twitter. And, of course, my Facebook fan page at Violet Playground.
So let's cut to the chase, okay? Week 13 was a big week. It was a big week. It was milestone week. A lot of questions were answered in this week, I think. And I think that the Ravens have passed the Patriots as a Super Bowl favorite.
Oh, that's
I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
I think that's official.
Mm-hmm. That's official.
Did Brady look old, or was it me? I was the only person thinking that.
They didn't look like themselves. I'll put it that way. Yeah, they look like a team that lacks a primary receiver.
And that's what I tried to bring out several weeks ago before the trade that there's a problem.
So that means they need to make a phone call?
No.
I mean, it seems like the only hope at this point.
They're gonna keep tweaking themselves as December goes on and do what Patriots do. They didn't get this far without handling business a certain way.
I'm pretty sure they'll find a way.
Yeah.
But right now, as
They
far
hurt.
as the class of the league, they look they don't look top tier. They don't look top tier.
Well, so for people that don't know, they lost.
Yes, they
Patriots lost. They lost to who? The Texans. Okay?
Texans.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Team.
Texans, Seahawks, Patriots. We already beat them.
It was a weird vibe last night. We got to get used to not being the underdog anymore. Like we are the front runners of the league. Like we run this shit now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm watching like, damn, beat them too. Really just want right. Don't care who wins this game for real, but for purposes, I would rather see somebody else win. But so we got the first seed out of that. The Patriots seem to have the same problems that they had with us, that they had with the Texans. Black quarterback, a little athletic, don't really go down on the first tackle. Creates plays with his feet, and they tore him apart. And I mean, if you didn't see the game, that score was real misleading at the end. That it was 22-28 or something like that. A lot of those touchdowns were at the end of the game. Defensive backs were on their heels at that point, and Tom Brady snuck one in.
Yeah, agreed. And let's talk about that Ravens game, okay?
Yeah.
It rained all morning, right?
Mm-hmm. Rained all game.
And then all of a sudden, the rain stopped before the game started. Right. And then the rain started right back up again.
Yeah, right.
It was raining the whole time.
Was anybody, aside from me, worried that the weather conditions could have been a factor for Lamar?
I initially did, but when you think about the way we play anyway, we just gonna run the ball down their throat the entire game, which we did. If it's raining, if the conditions are slick, NFL football teams notoriously go to the running game, and that's a strength of ours. So I wasn't really concerned with the weather being an issue. I was concerned with the ball being slick and maybe some fumbling issues, which we had. But it is what it is in a rainy, slick game like that.
What did you feel about the game, Dean, before it started? Like, what was your gut telling you
About the weather or just the game in general? I was okay.
The game in general.
I was okay with the situation. I at this point before the game felt like I've reached a point with the Ravens outside of the NFL or what everybody else is saying that I no longer need to hear this is the Ravens test. This is the Ravens test. I'm done with hearing this is the Ravens test. We are the test.
Facts.
All right. That's how I felt about it going into the game. It was at home. I felt like our offensive line has been playing well enough with a lot of good defensive lines, although the 49ers are unbelievable.
That's special.
They're
Yeah.
unbelievable.
That's a special group over there.
But we have a lot of future probably Hall of Famers on our team, and then we have this special guy, you know, hashtag cheat code. Anything is freaking possible. 4 times this season he's rushed for 100 yards. Every time he touches the field, he's setting records, making history.
Yep.
There isn't anybody like him that I have seen, and I've seen a lot of football. Period.
No, it's
So, and then we have this, like I said, future Hall of Famer kicker that can just nail it all the time.
facts.
You
Shout
know,
out to
if
Justin
maybe
Tucker.
if Robbie Gold had made his kick and some other things that maybe the 49ers, it would have shook out a different way, but it didn't. And Tucker came through. He knows his home. He knows that it's hard to kick in the Ravens Stadium. It was raining. Look, this is football. This is what we're supposed to do. I feel like we got a bunch of professionals on our team.
That's
they
good.
Go out
That's
there
good.
and do what is supposed to happen. They're a well-coached team.
Oh shit! I hate you.
Okay.
I hate you with that hardball craze, Dean.
Okay.
Come a long way, brother. Come a long way.
It's a hell of an organization, you know. Even if I was not a Ravens fan, I would sit back and go, you know.
Talk that front office
they
shit,
do
Dean.
make the right moves.
Talk
they
that front
make
office shit.
adjustments.
Yeah.
They rebuild
Yeah, they
quickly.
did. They
They
did.
do
I am
things that
really-
need to
Ozzy
be
left,
done.
and my man came. The
Look,
Costa came right back into it, right?
But within the
Smooth.
organization,
Smooth.
did we have to go look for somebody
Nah.
else within? But you know what?
He was already here.
Yesterday,
Yeah.
even
See
when
you
I
doing
felt
that.
like it was at its worst, I have to use something that I heard last week. They pulled themselves up by the bootstraps.
Bootstraps.
By the
Yeah.
bootstraps.
The bootstraps.
And they did what
They
needed.
polo boots.
What needed to be done.
Like the straps on.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
straps. I
Yeah,
got
straps
you.
on them, yeah.
All right.
I'm still trying to process you still giving the coach this much.
I said if he wanted to come over for Thanksgiving.
Again,
He
this
just
Invited.
You know, yeah,
Cookouts,
he was-
Thanksgiving. Good
Yeah,
job.
yeah, he could have got some of that
I'm
to dirt.
still-
About to scrap for Lamar last game. Did you see him?
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Faking out there with a-
He was mad. He was
Nah.
mad.
Oh, yeah, he
Came
got
over,
mad.
Sit your ass
Oh yeah,
over
yeah,
there,
yeah.
Chill,
Jax
coach.
Jax had to get him. Come on, coach.
So a couple of other games I want to touch on week 13. Of course, Thanksgiving Day, big day for football all the time. And we saw some interesting games.
Yeah. I went 3 for 3, by the way.
You was 3 for 3.
You did.
I was-
I was trying to get upset.
3 for
And-
I was trying to get upset. I was just trying to get
The other
upset.
thing that happens on Thanksgiving Day, they get halftime shows.
They do.
Some of those shows they could have kept.
They coulda kept
Okay, lights went out on somebody, power went out. One of them country boys singing and stuff. But
always-
so Detroit Lions, no surprise there with that
No,
game.
they lose. Detroit Lions are here to lose. That's why they're here. They are the franchise put in play to. Somebody's got to lose these games.
Yeah,
So
that's
did
right.
that help solidify the coach's job in Chicago for a while there?
I mean, no.
Yeah.
It's the Lions. They're here to lose. So it's if you'd
So
have lost the Lions, that could get you fired. But beating the Lions ain't gonna get you no security. It's the Lions. It's like, you know what you're supposed to do, nigga. Right.
Do what you're supposed to do.
Right.
All right, speaking of doing what you're supposed to do, so you have a home game in the newest, swankiest bells and whistles stadium that you got that there is.
So MetLife.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And everybody's watching.
Right.
Everybody was watching that game
They have
because
most televised.
the most televised because the early game is a little early for casual fans.
Right.
The other game is a little late for casual fans, but that middle game,
Prime time, baby.
everybody's watching.
Uh-huh.
And in that game, we saw Buffalo Bills
Uh-huh.
and her Dallas Cowboys.
Damn right.
Right?
Hers.
That's
Yeah.
her number 1 team. Ravens is her number 2 team.
No. LA Rams because they are back.
What?
Because they're back home in LA.
Okay.
All right.
My bad.
And I am still. in
So
California.
the Ravens are third. The Ravens are third.
Our
The
third team
Third
beat our
favorite team.
second team.
First of all, who has 3 teams? But okay, all right.
Even
digress.
I only got 2
I ain't
teams.
gonna say.
Oh no! We talking
I
about an
understand.
NBA.
I understand, though.
I thought he had like
love
3
20
locations.
teams.
Cowboys will always be number 1. LA Rams because they're back in LA, number 2.
Okay.
And then it's the Ravens, of
All right.
course. And
This is
then
our East Coast team.
and then it's the Chiefs.
Well,
Oh,
now
sorry.
that,
We're doing a lot.
now
We're
that-
doing a lot.
now that
We're
if
doing a lot.
Violet can have 3 teams, then I can have Seattle is my 3rd team.
Ridiculous.
Did y'all know who my 2nd team is in NFL?
Eagles.
No,
Patriots.
hell no.
No, I
Patriots?
Really, I
No.
didn't know you
Oh,
had-
thank God.
Definitely not.
Oh, thank God.
They are a
Mayor.
sorry ass team too.
Yeah, thank God.
The Jets.
No, they are
Look, he don't even know.
not quite as sorry as.
Not quite as sorry
Not
as
No,
the
quite.
Jets.
not quite as sorry.
Shit.
And they down south though.
They down south. The Bucks.
No,
No.
the Falcons.
The Falcons. Oh, okay.
Ah,
Okay.
And they're pretty sorry.
and they're pretty sorry.
Not
Like I
that
said,
they about- no, they about-
That's
coach
what
is
I'm
on the high
saying,
seat.
like, they're right there.
They're pretty sorry. But as far as this game, Violet, did you watch any of the game? You just heard the hoopla. What do you
Close
what
your
happened?
eyes. Did you watch through your fingers?
I was watching the game. There are times, of course, I yelled
Shameful.
a lot at the calls that were going on because I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are we doing this? I don't like this. You know, yes, I am very hurt, but, you know, at the same time, first of all, listeners, I'm going to put this out there because we're already going to say it. Yes, the coach is on the hot seat. Yes, he is. He really is. And
Hottest of seats.
and he's on.
He's been on my hot seat for the last 5 years.
Yeah, he's in the lava.
Well,
So,
I'm in the minority on this. I see.
Right. I mean,
as far as what?
I don't think he's on the hot seat.
yeah,
No, he's on my hot. I don't know about Jerry. No.
We should have been fired a long time ago.
Based on what?
Jason Garrett?
Yeah.
What is
He should have
Based
been
on
based on his
Jason
record?
Garrett.
Like
That
what?
he was
Yeah,
never
based on
like-
Jason
Read it. Like what?
And here's the thing,
Supposed
like
to be
I
America's
really
team, baby.
It's still America's team. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways,
Yeah.
but on a serious note,
You know what?
but-
America is in some down years right now.
That's
It's
what
some
we
down,
want.
downtrodden
Niggas
years.
I mean, look
Niggas
what we got
gonna
in
vote
the-
Right,
that shit. Niggas
exactly.
gonna have it.
You know what?
Yeah, you know what? Go
You know
ahead.
what? You're right. We are a 6-4 ass country right
That's
now.
what
6
that's
and
what we
5.
are. That's what we
We
are. Right
are
now.
6-5
No,
ass country right
we're
now.
Six and six.
It's
6 and 6.
6 and
And we're
6.
still number one because our division
By
is
default.
ass. Our
Yeah.
division
By
sucks.
by
You are the
default.
tallest midget in your division at this point.
All right, so let's address something, okay?
Okay.
Jerry Jones being who he is.
Crypt keeper.
Yes.
If he didn't like something that was happening, he would have addressed it. Garrett is doing what he's just standing there. Jerry Jones is calling all the moves. Okay, if he wasn't,
is true.
he would have got him up out of there.
But
Garrett's
But because
seat
he-
is not
It's
hot.
all at
Because-
Jerry's discretion. Like that's
Right.
what it is.
But
Jerry
he's
Jones
doing
is the
exactly what he
only
wants done.
Owner who has a status update on the status of his coach on the team after every game. Like this is what Jerry does. Like now I don't know who the hell he's going to get after Jason Garrett.
Because he's not going to give
There
him
is no
cover.
after Jason.
There
We're
is
gonna
no
get his son.
after.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna probably get his son. He's gonna be out there actually gonna try to do nitty gritty, still in his little suite.
It's going.
on
You know what?
thing.
It's going to be like.
How
I don't
old
know
is
if y'all
his son?
remember. How old is his son? Oh, in 50s.
50s.
Price, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's going to be that. Do you remember when Joe Paterno was coaching Penn State? I'm dating myself a little bit here, but like Joe was so old that they were afraid that he was going to get like killed on the sideline by a football player, right? So they would put Joe old ass up in like in the
Yeah.
in
You see?
the skybox,
That's
right?
exactly what I'm
And they
talking
would have
about.
like 4 or
Same
5
thing.
like coordinators just on the sideline, like coaching each of their teams or whatever. And I could see Jerry Jones doing some egomaniac shit like that.
Yeah,
for
if
real.
it really
Like,
comes
just-
down to the nitty gritty,
yeah.
I really believe he's
Like,
gonna do
you run the
something like
offense,
that too.
you run the defense,
But
and I make decisions.
But I also think again he's not going to fire him in the during the
No.
season. The only time I really feel like he's gonna really fire Garrett is when it's just we're about to it's down to where we're just now.
I mean, they lost to the Buffalo Bills though.
Yeah, I know.
Bills,
look.
But
they
that's
made
a solid
the Bills
team.
actually
The
look good in that
defense- the
game.
defense-
But it's like-
the
is a
defense,
solid
the
team.
defense. I have to
It's-
give it to the Bills' defense. Come on,
They're
now.
a
I really do
well-coached
have to
team.
give it to their defense on
But
that one.
it's all about
And
the
our offense
optics.
was a little trash. It was
it's
a little bit
all about
trash.
the optics. The Buffalo Bills have been the whipping boys of the Cowboys for forever, and just like on national TV in front of everybody, they lay the fucking egg. Like just the Cowboys.
All right, so real quick, let's go through a couple of
Yes,
these scores. Rams demolished the Cardinals.
Beat them.
We beat
All right,
Beat them.
34-7.
Yeah, beat both of them niggas. We did. Beat both them teams.
Well, we can't say that for this one.
All right, what we got?
The Chiefs.
Everybody want to bring up the Chiefs.
The Chiefs
Yeah, bring up the Chiefs.
demolished the Raiders.
Yep.
40-9.
Them niggas alright.
Yes,
They no Raiders.
Broncos.
They beat y'all. They beat
Broncos over the Chargers.
Oh, Joe's team. Yeah,
Yes.
they won, huh?
Broncos over the Chargers. Of course, we already talked about Texans besting the Patriots.
Okay.
Also, any surprises come out this week for y'all?
As far as NFL football?
Yeah.
No, I fully expected the Steelers to beat the Browns. I was surprised that there was no scoring in the second half of our game. As far as surprises go,
No touchdowns.
Yeah, no. So I'm sorry. Yeah, so we got a field goal at the end of the game, but as far as no touchdowns, that was the thing that surprised me. But I think everything pretty much played out the way it was supposed to.
Let me hit you a couple more games, and you tell me anything surprises. Dolphins and the Eagles.
Yeah,
Dolphins and the
one.
Eagles. Eagles. What were the Eagles last year? I forget. What were they?
Eagles?
No. They didn't playoffs
2 years ago.
Yeah.
They were in the playoffs last year.
Right.
But 2 years ago they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Right.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yes. When has Miami won anything? Yeah, it's been a long time.
This is the third one.
Huh?
This is the third
win
one
of the season.
You third out of five?
The Eagles are, I believe, the biggest disappointment of this season. I would say so. As far as the talent that's on that team.
Wait.
Who else would be a bigger disappointment this year?
The Eagles?
The Eagles are a huge disappointment.
I mean, because I swore there was this team
the Browns.
in this division that they said was going to win our division.
Well, we got. I'm glad you brought them up. Steelers beat them 2013.
Like I said, I'm not.
You did say the best athlete
in
the league.
There are a couple of
Even though I feel like
who are now like verbs at this point. Like Cleveland is going to Cleveland. Like
Cleveland
they're just
is
going
doing
to
what Cleveland's
Detroit's going to Detroit. Atlanta's
ain't
going to
no
Atlanta.
bacon going in that kitchen.
Yeah. Cleveland is always going to Cleveland.
I'm gonna tell you what my biggest surprise was.
Here's another disappointment team. Redskins defeated the Panthers. Panthers are a disappointment.
Panthers are a disappointment, but they are riddled with injuries. We understand what's going on with that. Like the whole franchise is out right now. Cam Newton's out of the game.
Okay.
So I don't expect much from them at all. I don't believe in Kyle Allen. Do you?
No, I don't. Packers over the Giants. Giants 8 in a row. They've lost.
And 8 in a row.
8 in a row.
8 in a row. I believe now this coach is on the hot seat.
Yeah, I think he's done.
I'm not familiar with ghetto
done.
like losing 8 games in a row.
This is done.
That shit is so ghetto. Losing 8? I kill myself. It's disgusting.
Tampa Bay over the Jaguars.
Oh god.
Tampa Bay over the Jaguars.
Yeah, they're back to the Minshew show.
Yeah.
Cut Nick, man.
Yeah. We're at halftime as of this broadcast right now. Vikings over the Seahawks 17-10 as of this moment.
Oh, we beat that. The other.
We did beat the Seahawks. But they're losing to the Vikings right now.
Too.
I guess their weakness is purple. Looks like it to me.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Bum ass teams.
That was a good one. Real quick.
Everybody else get purple.
Real quick. You're listening to Radio on Fire, the voice of urban America, streaming worldwide on radioonfire.com/live. Also on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Radio on Fire and DJ Diamond K's Radio on Fire News Network. Let's get back to the show. All right, so flipping things over, NBA, and
yes.
yeah, this okay. So we can address the elephant in the room. Okay.
Well,
Let's get it out the way.
Right,
let's get it done. Let's get it over with. Okay. In the words, the wise words of a very feared and well known man, right?
very knowledgeable.
Very knowledgeable man.
A very knowledgeable man.
From Cuba. Mm-hmm. He said, every dog has its day. Right? Mm. Every dog has its day.
Okay.
Or week. And this week.
Oh.
This week was Carmelo week.
I don't like the way
he said it, right? Things. Like I don't either. Like
the wise man that I was quoting was Tony Montana. Okay,
that's right. I don't like
please take over with Melo. What kind of week did Melo?
I don't like the way you packaged that, Diamond.
I think he did that purposely. He's trying.
Yeah, it was mad shady.
Yeah, real bad. I felt the song. I felt the Lord.
Dean, clean this up. Yeah, clean this up. Thank you, Dean.
Every week there's a player of a week in a lot of major sports. Actually, pretty much all of them. And
right.
There's been a comeback
Speak on it. Speak on
and
it,
this
brother.
is not a farewell tour.
You goddamn right, ain't no farewell tour.
Out there in
back tour.
Rip City.
Pow! There you go, right there, 3 to the head. Pow.
Hometown brew right there.
Yes,
Carmelo was the player of the week.
The week. He needed an echo. He didn't do it. It was off.
It was good.
It needed production value.
My
He didn't
bad.
give it any of
My
it.
bad.
Yeah, there's the Western Conference is thick this
So
year.
can we do this? Let's set a trend right now. Okay. Going forward.
Yeah.
We are going to highlight the player of the week.
Oh, we are? Okay,
every
cool.
week. Yes.
Is that in football and basketball? Or are we just doing that all the way across?
Well,
just basketball.
Going forward, let's do it in both.
We just do
Let's
we'll
do
do
it in both.
we'll do player of the
I
week.
think that's a
Okay.
good idea.
All right.
I think.
All right.
Now-
This is personal. Because I mean, you know what the player of the week
No,
is.
I mean this
We're gonna
week
recognize.
is no.
Or
It is
shout it out.
Yes, your
Official,
boy.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it is.
let me do this.
Get the stats up, Don.
Your boy, Melo.
Facts.
He had an amazing week.
He did.
I was surprised. Pleasantly surprised because I like Melo. I don't
As
want
you
people to get
should.
confused and think that I don't like Melo. I do.
You should buy it. It's good
I'm
business.
hard on him because I like to see him successful. Like to see him win.
Well,
That's why.
you saw a lot of that last week.
That's why you're hard on him.
And
The whole world saw it.
So what I'm trying to say really is this is a win that we share
Oh, is it?
because I was hard on him last
It
week.
was? Yeah. So
Actually, I've been hard on him ever since he didn't have a contract.
I think that no, you don't get to share in this victory, Diamond. That is actually the opposite of what I have been waiting for this entire time.
This is
Is
great.
to rub this in his
This
face.
is great.
Rub this in his face.
Yes.
I told you niggas. I told you niggas, okay? In my best Boosie daughter voice, okay? That this dude belonged in the league. That is, it's no way in the
He
world
started.
that there were,
Or is he
what
coming
was
out
it,
to be?
32 NBA teams?
Right.
32 small forwards were better than Carmelo Anthony in the league right now. It's ridiculous.
That's what
they
they
now-
led us to believe.
Yeah.
And
Alternative facts.
it wasn't like he snuck in the Eastern Conference and was over there getting, easy buckets.
Right.
He's in the West.
He's in the West.
And what's crazy is that the Portland Trail Blazers were doing bad before he got there. And I don't think they lost this.
you know what I was getting ready to say? That it is
At full strength.
since he's been back.
At full strength.
Since he's
now
been
there
back.
was a couple games that Dame was out.
Yeah,
okay.
since he's
I
been
don't think
back.
they won those. But since they've been at full strength,
Right.
with an F,
No, they've been surging up since Melo.
when they got
Surging
a full,
up. Their era is up.
I just sent a
Pay
text.
yourselves.
I just sent a text to my folks over at No Limit.
Uh-huh.
I think that I'm going to send some spicy picante noodles over to Melo because he did it. You know what I mean? He did
He
it.
wants this.
I'm sure
He wants this.
these
So
rap noodles
bad.
are gonna
I
do.
don't.
Like,
no,
he really
Rap
just-
noodles.
nobody
Yeah.
wants that. I don't want picante anything.
Anthony averaged 22.3 points.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Buckets.
Right.
Walking
57.4
How's it right here? Right?
57.4 from the field.
from
Right.
the field.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Buckets.
45.5
From
3-point. Okay.
God damn.
88.9%.
And if,
FT,
if
there
you
it
know
is.
anything about basketball, all the great shooters went to aim for 50, 40, and 90. And that boy shoot
did.
54%,
Yep.
45 from 3, and 88% from free throw.
88.9.
Right there. I mean,
All right.
like this is what he came to do. Make buckets. There you go.
7.7 rebounds, 2.7 assists. Okay.
Looks like vintage.
And
Carmelo.
they were 3-0 for the week, right?
Yeah, it is.
All right. So yes, he does get his spicy picante wrap noodles. It's in the mail. Okay.
I hope they send it back.
He said
Just
something.
to know that he got the contact and rejected that shit. Like that's what I want. That would satisfy me so much. Just for him to send that shit back. Like no, with this shit.
Right. Melo said some stuff. Well, actually said something that I don't know if it actually went down, but that he didn't want to reach out to friends in the name or trying to
You don't want a pity party.
And that's fair.
He didn't want that. He wanted to, prove his way, prove that he still is what he is, a future Hall of Famer. And that he can do the too. He just had to find the right fit. I believe that in this locker room, it's going to be solid. Dame is a hell of a leader.
Yeah, and Carmelo has historically thrived when he has a strong point guard beside him. And in this, he's a second to third option on this team. He's in the ideal position. Like I said, before, I really honestly truly feel like he should have went to Portland in the first place. But, he's going to go. How could you turn on Russell Westbrook and Paul George opposed to, Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum? This works. This works for Melo. He's in an ideal situation. They needed him. He needed Portland just as much.
Yeah.
And, it fits. I'm very happy to see it. Very happy to see it.
Fits. While we're on the NBA, I just wanted to point out that this is LeBron's best start with any team.
Yeah, 17-3 after 20 games.
Yeah, this is his best start.
Yeah,
with any team.
It's also his best teammate he's ever had.
No doubt.
No doubt.
No doubt. There is no doubt.
Yeah. What was the hashtag? Wash King.
Wash King.
Wash King.
Wash King.
Let's go Lakers.
I believe he's still leading the league in assists. LeBron is absurd. Like when you think about if you really think about 15 years in the league, the only people left from LeBron's draft class are Carmelo Anthony and Kyle Korver. The top 5 of those picks are Dwayne Wade, Darko Milicic, Chris Bosh. Out, and Melo. Like that. Right. That's it. And Kyle Korver plays shooting guard. Chris Middleton was out for 2 weeks with like a hip injury, and Kyle Korver couldn't sniff the floor. So that tells you, as far as like longevity, who's lasting this league. And full disclosure, Melo was out the league for a year. LeBron's been at the front of the pack somewhat. Not somewhat. He's been at the front of the pack every year for the past 15 years. It's absolutely 17 at this point. Ridiculous.
And you said leading with assists.
And this is his first year leading the league in assists.
Look at me, because we didn't check that block off.
Yeah, right.
Just trying to throw it in there.
He is absolutely ridiculous.
The standard.
Yeah,
right.
He's beyond the standard.
Yeah. Way above the standard.
Right.
True, and I will say, because I am now seeing a lovely turnabout with my Lakers, that I am right now will give LeBron James his credit. I know I don't really do that. I know I be talking crap about him, but I will give him the credit where credit is due. Thank you, LeBron James, for, doing the do,
Violet, I really, really appreciate what you did there. And the Lakers are 17-3, but I still want to remind you guys that it's Clips in 6. Also, to furthermore drive my point home about it being Clips in 6, the Wizards scored 125 points last night, and they still lost by 25.
But I want to
that's what the Clippers are doing.
I want to emphasize that this defensive built team. Let a team score 120. Let the Wizards score 120.
Yeah, well, the Wizards
score 120.
Gifted talent. They are gifted.
I think some teams have held them under 100 points.
Let's not
I'm
get
just saying,
lost.
best
in
two-way
what's called
defender.
pacing.
Let a team.
There is also a thing called pacing in the NBA, and the more shots you get up, the more time you play.
There
was no low management. Paul George had 30, and Kawhi had 34.
Real quick, I want to go to the I want to go to the chat a little bit.
Clips and 6.
Okay, so I thought that this was interesting. It said, "I've never seen a nigga from Miami wear a Dolphin jersey." They wear the college jersey.
They know what's up. Yeah, they rep the U down there because the Dolphins are depressing.
Yeah, the U is
Nick Saban wanted Dante Culpepper over Drew Brees. That's set them niggas back like 12 years.
Also, can't deny it. One thing about the Rockets, they will trade you in a heartbeat.
That's a Melo slander. I don't like it.
It was. Melo's signature on his contract and his lease in Houston are still wet.
I don't like this.
He got traded. He got traded during halftime.
Block yo, whoever that is, block yo. I don't like it. Block yo. It's negative energy. It's negative energy.
He didn't want them negative vibes.
Play of the week. How about that?
Okay.
Play of the week.
The whole week. They have a lot of hate.
The whole league.
A lot of hate for LeBron.
Nigga owned the week. Just owned it.
On this week.
Yeah.
Best player in the league.
Oh, I do want to bring up another team and another player. I know Carmelo had an outstanding week, and I know you have this. What is it? The Clippers and 6. thing you keep throwing out there.
Then you know what it is. It's Clips and 6.
And I know last year
It's Clips and 6.
last year was apparently Kawhi's league after some injuries happened. And things.
Who predicted? I mean, we gotta go by records,
but
right?
I want to say
who has the record of being right on the NBA? I mean, just me.
But I want to say,
I thought we said we weren't bringing this up no more. I
God.
thought he said when the
I said
season
we started.
started.
Show the picture no more.
Oh,
We're gonna show the picture no more.
credit to
please,
both of
please,
you is
please.
what I want to say is
Please.
quietly as it's kept. Portland. I mean, excuse me. Let me take that back. Toronto is still looking like a playoff and a contender.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
They look like a championship team.
Siakam.
They look like a defending
Siakam's-
championship team.
Siakam is balling.
Yeah. They are
Balling.
talking about it's the funny thing they were saying that he could get most improved player 2 years in a row.
It looks like it.
He has taken leaps and
Stepping up.
bounds. Pascal Siakam is a great player and will be an all-star in this league this year. But he ain't no Kawhi Leonard. And good Pascal, go be. We need 2 of you because in those games that Kawhi wasn't scoring, that's when Pascal stepped up. So he's done this at the highest level. So it's nothing to be surprised. Yeah, he's the man down there, right? He's got to bring it every game now.
He does have to bring it every game.
So but. I mean, they may be one player away from being a true, contender. But, with the NBA and, how players move and situations are so fluid and they change, anything can happen at this point.
True.
Quietness is kept, even quieter than, the Raptors. Giannis is having his best season of his career, and he won MVP last year. He's consistently putting up 35 and 15 in games of 50. I think he's had 2 games of over 50 this year. And James Harden's throwing up 60 and 3/4. So, I mean, the league is still, after 20 games, after the first quarter of the season, is still wide open. And I think this is, Kawhi really, he snapped a finger and reset everything, man. I really like the NBA this year. Like, it's wide open. You don't know what's going to happen for real. You don't know what's going to happen.
I agree with that. But at the end of the day, the Wizards
Suck.
will lose.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The Wizards will lose.
What we said? We said Cleveland going Cleveland. Detroit going Detroit.
And
the
Wizards
Wizards
going
gonna
whiz. The Wizards going whiz every time.
Wizards
Man.
are
Wizards
going
gonna
to
whiz.
whiz.
They going
Yeah.
whiz, man.
This was interesting conversation. So like I said, next week and going forward, we're going to highlight that player of the week, in the NFL and in the NBA. Predictions for this Sunday's game against the Bills. Another victory, or we gonna have, or we gonna be feeling ourselves and fall off.
We've beaten better teams.
Yeah.
And that's no shot for real.
It sounded like a shot though.
So unless we come completely, for lack of a better term, shit the bed. I don't see us losing this game.
Yeah, I don't see it
now
either
maybe
for you.
close, maybe a defensive struggle, but I'm saying I'm looking like 27-13, something like that, man. Smooth off. They can't score with us.
Yeah, they may not. They may just get field goals.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. I can see them get a touchdown, 2 field goals.
Yeah.
Dean, is he right?
I was definitely feeling like the 2 touchdowns up during we definitely be up. The Bills is a hell of a team. They got
around the house.
Good. They got good defense. Mobile quarterback.
Oh, they do got white chocolate over there.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh
He
Allen.
might be
Yeah.
one of the most improved players from last
Oh,
year
yeah.
to this year.
Yeah, Josh Allen is
Yeah,
Charles.
Josh
I do like
Allen
Josh
has
Allen.
been balling, but yeah, we got Chico.
Violent,
And
man.
I just can't
Hey,
straight. I just
They
can't
ain't got
straight.
they ain't got no Lamar over
No,
there.
they ain't got no
Right.
ball.
They ain't got
Like,
no Lamar over there.
How many teams missed out on that?
Yeah.
I was
A
talking-
bunch.
All of them.
A
And
bunch.
I
All
was
of
talking
a
to a
bunch.
Steelers fan,
All
and
of
she's like, "We could have went and got Lamar,
Could've.
because
All y'all
Ben
could've.
is getting old, and we could have got. We just went in
Y'all
and
got
not even.
y'all got Duck Hodges. Hold on to that.
Hey, well, hey,
Hold on to
you
Duck
pull the
Hodges.
game out for him.
Take this L.
Pull the
Take
game
that
out.
L and keep
Who he
moving.
beat? Who he beat, Dean?
Violet.
The
Browns.
Violet.
Cleveland.
Is your third team? Are they gonna be victorious this week?
Of course they're going to be victorious. You guys have pretty much beaten majority of your contenders. So I don't see this being any harder than really than anything else. I really see it that you guys are definitely going to take this W as per usual and keep on going. First, and I've already said it, you guys are already going to be in the Super Bowl. There is just there's no doubt about it. There's nothing else. Action Jackson knows what he's doing when he's on that field. He does football, basketball, whatever the sport he needs to do to literally get in that goal. And like he said, his goal when he got drafted to get to the Super Bowl.
You saw it.
I saw it.
You saw Dion.
I saw.
Yes.
I do.
So they're going to get a Super Bowl.
They're going to get a Super Bowl. That's his
Yeah,
goal.
well,
He doesn't even care about the MVP.
Believe
He doesn't
that.
even care about the
Believe
MVP.
that.
Like,
They don't
on
get
the
Super Bowl out of
interview,
me.
like, the woman was like, I know you don't talk about the MVP, but don't you care about it a little? He's like, no, I don't. I have a goal. I'm getting to that goal. One thing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sure.
Y'all got this.
This a bad comment. We're going to end on a bad comment, though. They said in the comment section, this is also a Texans fan, so let's keep that in mind. Said that I think this week is going to be one of those how the hell they lose that game week.
Sound like a hater. That sounds like a hater. That definitely sounds like a hater.
I hope not.
We don't do that around here. We don't overlook.
Also, we got in on a funny note. They also say in the comment section, the Wizards can't believe that they scored all those points.
Yeah, 125. Shit.
Yeah.
Right, 125. Yeah.
Play some defense. Might have won this one.
How can people stay in touch with you, Dean? Follow what's going on with you.
All right, you can find me on Instagram at Mr._Mackins, and you can also find me outside the bank.
It's not in these streets no more.
Yeah,
y'all.
right outside the. Yeah,
you
come
know
see
exactly
me.
where he is.
Big trust.
Bitch. As you before.
Hey, it's me.
Yeah.
Find me on Facebook, Devron Apes, or you can find me on IG at DEV_OR_DIE.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop.
Big trust.
Yes, big trust. You can find me on IG at Violet the Vixen. You can find me on Twitter at Violet_the Vixen, and you can also find me on my Facebook fan page at Violet's Playground.
Wonderful, wonderful. So thank you guys as always, and we'll be back next week. Another good week. It's gonna be another good week. Another good week. All right. Thanks, guys.